You're listening to the audio production of To Be a Woman, The Confusion Over Female Identity and How Christians Can Respond by Katie J. McCoy. Published by B&H Publishing Group and read by Katie J. McCoy. To Cindy McCoy, the first and best woman I ever met. Introduction. Cultural chaos and contagious confusion. After 2 years of testosterone and a double mastectomy, she was still just a tired, lonely, hurt little girl. Her words. When Heather Scriva became a Christian as a college student, she started a journey of processing the pain in her past. Her parents' divorce, an abusive dad, a distant mom, and the wounding words of hearing her father say she wasn't the daughter he'd wanted. She was never a girly girl, and her internalized sense of inadequacy evolved into self-loathing. Heather wrestled with what the Bible said about sexuality and acknowledged her own attraction to the same sex. When she shared her struggle with a group of fellow Christians, she just needed someone to care. Thank you for sharing that with us. You're not alone. Other Christians have struggled with this too. Let's connect you with someone equipped to help you spiritually and emotionally. You still belong here. She didn't hear any of that. The underlying issues of her self-perception and sexual attractions went unaddressed. Her mental health worsened after she came out as a lesbian, and again after the high of cross-sex hormones wore off, and again after her top surgery. She was, in her words, trying to modify my body to deal with soul-level heartache. Within a short span of time, she had socially, hormonally, and surgically transitioned to living as a man. Heather didn't just dislike being a woman. Heather disliked being Heather. Months after her procedure, she realized her pain was beyond the reach of any surgeon. Heather sensed the Holy Spirit say to her, "Why are you settling for your brokenness? Don't you know I offer wholeness?" She may have given up on liking herself, but God hadn't given up on loving her. From that point, she began the process of detransitioning and living in harmony with the body God gave her. Today, Heather shares her story as a testimony of Jesus' power to restore and as a wake-up call to his people. The new epidemic. Heather's experience is like so many others. Some 80% of the LGBTQ community come from a Christian or religious background. They come from your youth groups, your college Bible studies, your children's summer camps. They are in our congregations, our Christian schools or co-ops, and our families. But they are pulled between a belief system anchoring sex and gender identity in a creator and a cultural riptide sweeping them into confusion and, in many cases, irreparable harm. If young women express disdain for their weight, shape, or skin tone, society tells them not to change themselves, but to accept who they are in the name of body positivity. The message is, you shouldn't feel shame about your body. You should fully embrace it as it is. But when those same young women express disdain for their biological sex, society tells them the opposite. Rather than hear they should accept and embrace their bodies, they are flooded with suggestions to change themselves through medical and surgical alterations, all in the name of self-acceptance. Self-harm is the new self-care. No wonder today's women and girls feel as though they are all at sea. Among children and adolescents, gender dysphoria has skyrocketed in recent years, to the bewilderment and alarm of many parents. Historically, gender dysphoria nearly always afflicted boys and men. The condition typically began in early childhood between 2 and 4 years old and was exceedingly rare, affecting between 0.005 and 0.014 of natal males. But in the last decade, the data has radically shifted. Suddenly, natal females with no history of gender confusion professed to be trans. In 2016, female to male, or FTM,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?